top, corner store stop. You take the truth and twist it slow. Welcome to the Lavar Walker Show. This that Lavar Walker Show, where the real ones talk and the wild thoughts go. We laugh, we cry, yeah, we let it roll. Heal it through a joke and a story for the soul. This that Lavar Walker Show. Turn it up loud, let the whole block know. From pain to punchlines, watch the wisdom glow. Yeah, this that Lavar Walker Show. Oh yeah, you turn scars into skits, old wounds into bits. Every call in, every friend feels like Sunday once again. From the grind to the glow up, glass half empty, you pour more up. You take the weight we hold below and lift it on the Lavar Walker Show. This that Lavar Walker Show, where the real ones talk and the wild thoughts go. We laugh, we cry, yeah, we let it roll. Healing through a joke and a story for the soul. This that Lavar Walker Show. Turn it up loud, let the whole block know. From pain to punchlines, watch the wisdom glow. Yeah, this that Lavar Walker Show. Hey, some days heavy, some days light. You still find a way to make it feel alright. When the world's too loud, when the bill's too high, I press play.
And we are back. What's good, good people? How's everybody doing this morning? Welcome to the greatest show on the face of the earth. We back in the building. It's the Lavar Walker Show podcast. Yo, man, shout out to the pharmacy organization. I was just out in Palm Springs doing a show for them. That was a great show. And this week I'll be in Nashville at the Joy. So y'all pull up on me in Nashville. If you're going to be in Nashville this Thursday before Mother's Day weekend, come out, get your laugh on. And also, too, as I was advertising, I will be at the Arlington Improv, headlining the Arlington Improv May 22nd to the 24th. So that will be, I'm guessing that's Memorial Day weekend. But we are back, man. There's a lot going on since I last dropped off. And also, too, if y'all could join my YouTube, to my YouTube people, join my membership program on my YouTube page. I would appreciate it. It just helps to support the show. If you can do it, please do. If you can, hey, it's understandable. We still going to be dropping them right here, too. But I bring you a little bit behind the scenes on that page. So if you could, come on in, man. We got a small community gathering over there, but that would be great. That would be highly appreciated because I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you saw that new clip I put up. Had a good time making that. And we're going to get this thing rocking and rolling. And here we are. So Spirit Airlines is gone. Spirit is gone. Spirit has gone on to become an actual spirit. Spirit is the Holy Ghost now. It is rolled on. And we have so many memories from Spirit, so many comedians who've done a hack Spirit joke. That joke is gone. It's gone on to glory. I had a hack Spirit joke. Every comic has had a hack Spirit joke. But it's over now. And what amazes me the most about Spirit closing its doors is how people act like they care about Spirit now. Everybody hated on Spirit. Everybody like, oh God, I don't want to fly Spirit. I'm not getting on Spirit. Wait a minute, no, bro. What? Can you hear me? You said no. I don't know. I hope y'all can hear me. But a lot of people's like, I'm not flying Spirit. I don't do Spirit. Everybody was too bougie for Spirit. Come to find out, Spirit is needed. Spirit is a low-cost carrier. Spirit helped a lot of people see their family members for $40. You could get from Atlanta to Miami, $40. Or you need to run to LA real fast, $150. Spirit was important, not just to the community, but to people that want to save money. people that want to save money. So all we got left now for a low-cost carrier is Frontier Airlines, and they going to jack their price up. Intellectual emotion, no, Spirit is going out of business, bro. Spirit went out of business as of yesterday. It's some rumblings, though, that Elon Musk is talking about buying it. I don't know how true that is. And also Trump is saying he's interested in bailing them out, So I don't know. I mean, sometimes, man, I can't afford to fly Delta. I keep it a bean. I'm not paying no $1,000, like, you know what I mean? For me to do comedy and to be profitable sometimes, because I have to invest in these shows. Like, I put up the money for these shows. If I'm doing a one-nighter, you know what I mean? I have to put my money up on promotions, on my flight, all that shit, and recoup that at the end. So a lot of times, man, I can't afford to be on no Delta flight because I won't be profitable on that show. Shit, that's the real. But see, I'm going to keep it real. Most of these niggas ain't making no money in comedy. It's a small percentage. But most of it is people, the tickets ain't selling for a majority of us. But nobody wants to talk about that. Yeah, maybe they will try to buy half of their planes and use it for whatever. But let's just go over like Spirit and the history of Spirit. Let's just talk. Matter of fact, we got a bailout decision coming up here. I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. Let me see. Yeah, let's take a look at this in regards to Spirit Airlines, guys.
Still considering a taxpayer-funded deal that could help bail out Spirit Airlines. The president says his administration has made a, quote, final proposal and expects an announcement soon, but insists any agreement would only move forward if it's a good deal for the country. Meanwhile, Spirit has been struggling financially, and critics are questioning whether federal support would amount to a taxpayer bailout. But if Spirit does fail, what happens next? New Jersey reporter Tony Yates live at Newark Airport with some answers. Tony?
And Sade, we just watched a Spirit Airlines flight take off at 4:07 this afternoon here at Newark Liberty Airport. So right now it is business as usual, though some of the customers we spoke to are wondering what is next when it comes to this airline and what will happen with their return trips home.
My branch manager had told me about them closing down or shutting down, but that's the only thing that I heard.
Josie Lopez and her younger brother Marcus traveled from Austin, Texas to spend the weekend in Times Square. They have round-trip tickets on Spirit Airlines, hoping they'll be able to enjoy the Big Apple and return home with no travel troubles.
As long as they get back home, that's all that matters.
Spirit has been in last-ditch effort talks for a government bailout, reportedly asking the Trump administration for a $500 million package.
Well, I guess we're looking at it. If we could do it, we'd do it, but only if it's a good deal.
The plan has apparently hit a curb with some of its bondholders. Our ABC investigators reported earlier this week that the airline could run out of money in a matter of days. Other published reports say the airline is preparing to cease operations. An abrupt halt could leave its ticket holders scrambling to book on other airlines to complete itineraries. Other airlines are stepping up on standby. American Airlines saying in part it immediately implemented fare caps on main cabin tickets for Spirit routes where American also offers nonstop service. And United saying it's preparing to support Spirit customers in the event of a shutdown, with more information to come. The Lopez duo says this is the first time they'd flown on Spirit and were far from impressed.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like the service.
Yeah.
It's not the same as Southwest Airlines.
Yeah, they charge for everything.
So you would be surprised to hear that it might be shutting down because people...
I would not be
I'm
surprised.
just praying that we make it back home. We're just here for the weekend, so.
Well, a Spirit Airlines spokesperson says, quote, Spirit is operating as usual.
Yeah, this is an older clip. I think I just saw this. I just caught this on Twitter, so this is a little bit old. let me get y'all some more updated. But yeah, the people it's done. Spirit is done. Spirit ceased all operations on the 2nd of May. So it's pretty much over. Um, it's gone. Maybe it'll come back. Like I said, I heard that Elon was thinking about buying it, but we gonna miss it. We're gonna miss it. It was we definitely gonna miss it. Who wouldn't miss this, right? Spirit Airlines was literally the Waffle House of the skies. You know, fights would often break out, and we put up with what it was, you know. And these are just a couple of highlights from Spirit
Go suck
Airlines.
another dirty dick. Not
You know, it was nothing like having a good brawl at the airport, you know, to release some of that tension, you know, because you standing there, you got to get rebooked. They charge you for air and water.
fuck out of here, you dirty bitch. I'm not dirty. Yes, you are.
Look at her drunk ass. She couldn't take her bottle of Patron, so she go swallow the whole bottle before she get on the plane. I don't even know how she lived after drinking a whole bottle of Patron. You know what I mean? I'm going to pray for her GERD because she gonna have gastroesophageal reflux, and that's crazy. I mean, they really didn't care. And it's okay because we loved it. You could get to where you wanted to go. This was the Greyhound of the skies. This was the dog of the skies. And hopefully, maybe Elon Musk come in and buy it. I think if Elon bought it, maybe it'd make it a little bit more efficient. Maybe it'll make it even more affordable and more profitable for the employees. Maybe they could even make more money with Spirit Airlines. But yeah, it's pretty much over, guys. It was a good run. It was a good run while it lasted, and now it's gone. Matter of fact, this was just popped up on my page. This was me doing a bit. Let me go on and lay my Spirit joke to rest. So this was me doing a bit. I don't know how well it landed, but this is me doing a bit on Spirit. Let me see if it.
And then the New York Police Department put up a bulletin saying, we think he's left New York. Duh! The fuck? What you think, he went down to the Comedy Cellar to catch a show? He's gone. Shit.
I don't know what I was talking about just right
There's so much shit going on. I saw the Spirit and Frontier Airlines. You know, I mean, listen, that $30 flight to Mexico is really the most expensive flight you could ever pay for. $30 to Mexico. But what they don't tell you is they pay you to breathe. You have to pay to breathe on the fucking plane. You pay for everything, your bags, your luggage. And then the New York.
They cut that wrong. I don't know who cut that up, but I just threw that out. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. That was me at the New York Comedy Cellar doing something. But yeah, Frontier Airlines, Frontier can't shut down, man. If Frontier shut down, I'm gonna have to ride that Greyhound to a couple of shows. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to drive. I'm gonna be a driving son of a bitch if Frontier go out. Yeah, Frontier can't go out on me. It's no way. It's no way. I can't lose Frontier. I gotta re-edit this joke. I don't know where this bit came from or where I did it, but I gotta re-edit it because I let some AI edit a couple of my comedy clips and they don't never get it right. Oh man, it's just so many memories. I mean, it was just brawl after brawl. I don't want to show too many of these brawls on here because I don't want to get in trouble. But let's see. Let's see if Elon Musk, if this is true, if Elon Musk plans to buy Spirit. No, I don't think this is real. No, I don't think. No, Elon not buying Spirit, y'all. I just confirmed he's not buying Spirit. That would have been good though. I think it'd have been good. Yeah, the AI messed it up. No, I'm not selling no sneakers, man. I hold on to my sneakers. I wear them all. I'm not a flipper. I just enjoy what's left of the sneaker game. As we know, the sneaker market is in total decline. And it's in decline because sneakerheads are primarily between the ages of 40 and 60 years of age at this point. And the children don't want to wear what they daddies and granddaddies wear. They cringe. My son can care less about sneakers, man. My son just want to put his foot in a comfortable shoe. He don't care, bro. He doesn't care. You know, we grew up poor in the 80s. You know what I mean? The sneaker represented, it just represented something, man. That sneaker culture was so serious, especially growing up on the south side of Chicago. And pretty much that was just a period of our time, man, where we wanted the sneakers, and that was just something my mom would be like, nah, I ain't paying all this money for them sneakers. And as grown men, you couldn't wait to get you some money. And we went crazy buying every sneaker we wanted. And as I've said before in other podcasts, Kanye West doesn't get enough credit for reinventing the sneaker market because Kanye West and Don C single-handedly bought the retro market back. Point blank, period. Nobody was thinking about retros till they saw Kanye in them Jordan breads because they were buying them shits off eBay. They would use sneakers that they would duct tape up. Nike saw that motion that was going on, and they started buying it up. The only thing that's been holding Nike up for all these years, you know what I mean, is like the retros. That retro Jordan market has been holding Nike up, bro. And it's the retro Jordan market and the hype. So when they will release like a small sneaker, like a off-white or highly coveted sneakers, the hype sneaker was just for advertisement for the company as a brand. So they didn't care, like, yeah, we're going to release these, but the hype sold more shoes than the actual brand itself. And now that the hype is gone, now that, you know, we don't really have anything in common with a lot of these NBA players, and kids aren't really even into basketball like they used to be. We just in a new day and age. We're in a new day and age. So it's a wrap, man. I mean, it's cool, but man, I've been doing this sneaker shit a long time, bro. I mean, I don't even consider myself like a sneakerhead. I'm more of a hype beast. You know what I mean? I really like to wear the shoe to get a wow factor. Like, that's me. You know what I mean? I got a homie that's a real sneakerhead. I'm a hype beast. I want the most popular shoe. As y'all can see back there, I got those the Jellyfish by Pharrell, which is the latest shoe that I really like. That gives me you know, I like that sneaker. It's fresh. And it also, you know what I mean? I got some Louis and a couple pairs of Pradas and shit like that. Typical Atlanta, I'm looking like a baller type collection, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just out here, baby. You know what I mean? Ya ming, ya ming. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just doing what I do, you know. But I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. We're just going to go down and see what's going on in the world. We're going to take this trip around the world like we always do to see what's happening as I report to you on the news. And look, I know I talk about these pastors and I roast pastors a lot, but I don't know this pastor's name, but God bless this pastor because he really helped out his congregation. and those Spirit Airlines employees that were affected. So
You're going to be all right. Trust me. You are going to be all right. Here's the reason why. Spirit Airlines, I think they were in business for 34 years. Before Spirit existed, God did. All right? He's going to take care of you. Now, one person is going to give you $500, right? You used to work for Spirit? All right, so why it took you so long, man, to get down here? Okay. So we're going to give you $500, and then this is not the church out of my own pocket. This is my money. I'm giving each of you $500. Okay? All right? It's a start. It's a start. It's a start. I'm doing this because I've been there. I remember some almost 40 years ago when I was here, before I started this church, I was working for Carefree David's Travel. And that company had a huge fire in 125th Street, Miami. I was the only income. My wife was not working. And I lost that job. And I thought I was devastated. Just moved from Brooklyn, New York to Florida. Didn't know what I was going to do. I was the only income. And I'll never forget it. I started a job as a person working the grocery store, bagging people's groceries. That's where I started from. But let me tell you something. God has never failed me. Never. Never.
that's beautiful, man. That is beautiful, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm just posting something. I know they're not gonna put that in. All right. But yeah, that's beautiful, man. That's about time. Like that's the first time I've seen a pastor really come through and put his own money up to just help the people in the community, because that's all the people is asking about. You know, they just won't help people that's coming to the church community. You can't keep robbing, right? It's like give, and then ask. You know what I mean? You have to overserve, and that's where we at. That's a real pastor. So shout out to that pastor. We often talk about those pastors that come in and rob and scam the community, but we don't talk about guys like that. Hopefully Jamal Bryant will follow in this pastor's shoes, because Spirit Airlines is a big hub here in Atlanta, and I know a lot of his members have been affected by this. Also, too, I saw somebody talking on here that said they were coming to my show, but recently lost the job. And sneaker game. I don't see it. Not gonna lie. Oh man. Shout out to Spades 93. I'm sorry to hear about your recent job loss. If you would like to come to the show for free, that is no problem. Please contact me, reach out to me, and I can get you, you know what I mean, some free tickets for you and your friend. But I appreciate your support. I really do. So Spades 93, hit me up. Please hit me up. Contact me, dear, and I'll get you some free tickets and pull up on me. We have a good time. And hopefully, we at the show, we try to find you somebody at that show will hopefully be hiring, or we can get you another job. So pull up on me, tickets on me, holla at me. And I appreciate you. We're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep moving along on this timeline, y'all. Y'all hearing me okay? Everybody hearing me good? Good. Yo, man, I just want to say to the people in the community, the black people, I look, I'm not nobody to tell nobody what to do with their children, but these proms are getting out of hand. They're getting out of hand. If you're gonna spend $1 million on the prom, just put that money aside. Help that child start a business or something. I mean, if they don't want to go to college, cool. But just set that money to the side and help them start a business or open up some type of fund or something like that. Because this is just a ridiculous like waste of money. And I mean, it's just getting out of control. Like y'all are doing proms bigger than weddings. And this is just not I don't see white proms like this or other races. This shit is ridiculous. Like, what's the purpose of this? What's the purpose of this? He's out there with 2 exotic cars, a private jet. What's the point? And we know, I guess they just set this up for him to take a picture.
Ooh, what's that on your wrist? Ooh, what's that on your cufflink? Let me see.
I mean, the suit is nice, but we can't, like, this shouldn't be the highlight of the child's journey going to prom, you know?
Yeah, what kind of shoes them is? Yeah, don't play with them. Not one of them. Yeah, what's going on? Back, Louis Vuitton, everything. Nice, love it. Let me see for real. Yeah.
Yeah, this is we kind of taking this shit a little bit too far. I'm just gonna be honest. You know, I remember my prom. You know, my mom and them, they had like. When I went to prom, you know, my mom, she had like a little tray for people to get some food or whatever, and they, you know, what I mean, they took some pictures, and they rented a drop top Mustang for me, and that was it. You know, we drove off to the prom and we had a good time, man. That was my prom, bro. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I really didn't even enjoy prom like that. Like I was there and shit. It was awkward because I was always kind of awkward, and I think me and my girlfriend left. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, we went to get it in. So I didn't even stay at prom that long. Like, but this is scary because I think a lot of these kids that have these big ass proms like this, I don't know what it is, but I think it's a correlation to they don't really make it in life. You know what I mean? Like that shit, you know, this is the peak of their lives. Like this is where it stops. Right? And I know my child be going to prom. I don't plan on, it's not going to be that elaborate of an event. You know what I mean? We'll have something nice and know his mom or my wife, she going to, you know, make it cool. But we're not doing private jets and exotic foreign whips with bottle service and model. Like we're not going that far. It's just too much, man. It is just too much. I appreciate you like that, Joe Jackson. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. A lot of people say they didn't know that was me in the Joe Jackson skit. That was funny. Because y'all don't see me without my hat and glasses. You know what I mean? And I had the little eyeliner on the eyes. But really, that Joe Jackson skit is actually, shout out to Coleman Domingo, I'm really just reenacting his Joe Jackson to me. You know what I'm saying? And Coleman did a amazing job in that movie. But the all-time great Joe Jackson, it got to go to Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, man. Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, bro, that Joe Jackson, come on, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I think Michael was an excellent, it was an awesome film. But that damn, the dynamics and the complexities of of the Jackson's American Dream, bruh. Jackson's American Dream, that TV miniseries, that was some good ass television. That was some good ass TV, bro. And I mean, it was certain scenes in that where I mean, they just so memorable. Like Lawrence Hilton Jacobs killed that. Barry Gordy not gonna be happy till my kids are calling him daddy. Tito! Leave that girl alone. It's gonna be the end of the Jacksons. I mean, he was really focused in that, man. Like, he was killing that. He was killing that. How the hell y'all didn't know that was me? Was it the wig that threw y'all off? Y'all just think I'm just going to have some other person in my video? Lawrence Hilton, even Angela Bassett, I just love the... I'm going to tell y'all something. When it come to acting, and I know, see, this is the problem. We in a time where talent doesn't really matter. Lawrence Hilton Jacobs and Angela Bassett are so strong as an actor and an actress. They're brilliant. They were able to carry that movie, man. And Jason Weaver killed that shit. Jason Weaver wasn't no slouch. He was strong. Those three were very, very strong. Jason Weaver's young Michael Jackson can't be replaced. And even to an extent, the dude, I forgot his name, I know he passed, rest in peace to him. The dude that played Michael was pretty dope. But I must say, Jafar Jackson, he topped him. Jafar Jackson topped the older Michael Jackson in the Jacksons. Now, dude did an amazing and excellent job. But when I tell you Jafar Jackson was Michael, like, he was Michael, bro. I mean, the smirk, the smile, the voice, the intonation, the movements, everything, he was Michael Jackson. But you need, like, a strong, like that. These people do not get they just do when it comes to this talent. You know, and it's similar to, I don't know if y'all saw BMF, right? Here's a testament to truly gifted actors and actresses. And BMF, who carried BMF? You know who carried BMF? The man that played Charles and Meech Mama. They carried that. They killed that shit. When I tell you they killed that, they carried BMF. They shined through. They were so strong. They on scene presence dominated that of Meech and Terry. And I think Da Vinci did an excellent job. Little Meech, he wasn't really focused. But yeah, Willie Draper was cold. Willie was dope. Willie was dope. But when I tell you that Jafar was Michael, shit, Jafar was Michael. And what was so crazy about the Jackson movie is that this is Jafar's first time acting. And to be able to carry a movie the way he did, because it's not just about looking like the person. You know what I mean? He really carried and embodied that role. Like, it was insane. It was insane. I mean, like, for instance, like, who was that dude that played Tupac? He looked like Pac, right? But it was just, I think he did a good job, but it was something off. We could see he might have needed some more practice or something. I forgot his name. But, yeah, man. Yeah, Jafar was Mike, but he could never be Mike. I know who shouldn't have played Mike. And dude wanted this shit his whole life, but man, please. I know they're gonna make me take this off of here, but I gotta show y'all this shit. Look at this.
Everybody sing. Mr. Why? Tell them that it's you and nature. Why? Can you be that way?
Man, you need to take that shit off and just go get a job, bro.
Everybody!
That was horrible. And they say dude was mad he didn't get the role. Just imagine they would have gave this nigga a part.
Dripping on the tree. Everybody sing. Mr. Why?
If that is the most T-Mood looking Michael Jackson ass nigga I ever seen in my life. And this is what I say. It's not just about looking like Mike. Okay? This motherfucker, who is this? If you don't take your ass back to the construction site or do something. Yeah, he done changed his face to look like it just doesn't have it. Jafar had it. This was terrible. Wow. How do you bomb that bad as Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson saw this shit from heaven. It was like, oh my God, what is he doing? This is ridiculous. Somebody get him. Get him off. Boo. You really suck. And when I tell you that nigga really think he Michael Jackson, look at this shit. This how you know. Don't tell me about who's the most famous or no shit like that. This is where your ass know you famous, bro. When you got people like impersonating you and shit, look at this. Why is this not blowing up? Why is this? Oh, man. Oh, there it is. Look at this. Look at this. This nigga standing there like he's the real Michael Jackson, watching another nigga impersonate Michael Jackson. So Michael got different tiers of impersonators. He's giving him the seal of approval. Look at this nigga, man. The fuck? And this nigga look like Jorge Jackson. Humberto Jackson. And then he's so pathetic. He went up there to steal his shine. That's a homeless man trying to make his living, and your stupid ass, you go get up there and dance like you really Michael, bro. Fuck out of here. If I was out there, I would have been booing this nigga. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. Let that man have his corner, man. This guy is a serious narcissist. Yes, Miguel Jackson is a narcissist. He can't even do the shit right. And if I'm this dude, this nigga look like Mike Epps. That's Mike Epps Jackson. Listen, if I'm this nigga, I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, I would have been like, yo, man, I'd have put that glove on his ass. I'd be like, hey, man, this is my corner, bro. Go down the street or something. I'm trying to make money here to feed my goddamn family. Now you want to come, here your ass come trying to steal my spotlight. I know you got the face and all that shit done, but I'm out here working for real. That is Mike Epps, Jim Jones Jackson. What do you think Michael Jackson would say if he bumped into this nigga? Ain't that shit disgusting? Just man, I just want y'all to think about this and be real. Like, what if you bumped into somebody that's your impersonator? Wouldn't it be a piece of you like you just don't have respect for this motherfucker? Like, what the fuck, man? Get out of my face. Get out of my face, bro. Fuck off. Look, this nigga look like, look at this motherfucker. Look at that. Ah, that nigga look like that, Mike Epps. Look at that. Man, I was doing the Michael Jackson. That nigga look like that nigga. He just don't have, Fabio just ain't got it, bro. If I were Mike, I'd kick his ass. I'm glad you see how Big Boy said fuck him. He went past Fabio and he tipped the other dude. You see that? Look, watch this. Let's go in slow mo. See Big Boy like, oh hell no. Big Boy like, man, get that shit the fuck out of here. Let me get out this camera shot. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, I'm gonna tip the real Michael, nigga. Fuck out of here. Did you see that spin? Look at this goddamn spin. Look at this spin, bro. Look at that. Look at that. This nigga just sliding in them dress shoes. Man, dude, he is horrible, bro. Look at that moonwalk. Y'all can't tell me this nigga don't look like Mike Epps, nigga. Look at that. Look at that. That nigga look like Mike. Yeah, look at that. I would have, man, get your ass up out of here, bro. Get your ass gone, dog. Stealing my damn shine. Mike would have been humble with it, but Mike would have talked bad behind closed doors. Like, these fucking guys, they sucked. They really sucked. I want to talk about this too. I'm about to reenact this shit. Now, as y'all know, I live in Atlanta, okay? I live in Atlanta, and in Atlanta, a lot of these not a lot of them, but certain restaurants have like shitty service, right? Certain places you go to is $50 to park. They just rob you from the time you pull up, you just getting robbed. Not only you getting robbed for parking, then you get shitty service. Then they have an automatic 22% gratuity fee attached to your check. So you were forced to pay for the shitty service. Now this guy, I guess he's the manager of a restaurant called V12, which is owned by Quavo. And this shit is literally on top of a gas station. And the nigga's taking his job too serious. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, first of all, I'm not taking nobody to eat on top of no goddamn gas station. I'm just not doing that. Now, if you selling like just some chicken wings or some shit and it's just something you can get quick while I pump some gas, cool. But they literally on top of the gas station. And this is him talking to these young ladies.
Take my customers and go on private jets. I like to take my customers and go out to other establishments. I like to take my customers and get money, get Rolexes, get gifts. I can end all of that. Within the NDA that you all signed, there's not a clause that states you can't do that. But I can easily put a clause in there. Hey, Tiara, do me a favor. Can you go run food, please? Thank you. I could easily put a clause in.
Oh, them beautiful young ladies. They ain't got to take. They should quit that shit. I know they ain't making no money. Got this little ass talking crazy to them babies.
There that says you're not allowed to do business with my customers for 5 years or however long I want to do it. I could be that person that you all want to make me out to be. I really could, but I'm not. Turn around for me. You look great.
This gay nigga hates women. Like, you could not tell him he don't look better than every woman in there. Listen, look, hey, y'all want to see me react? Listen, let me tell you something right now. I take my customers on trips, okay? Rolexes, okay? And let me say this. I could put NDAs in there and we could, if you want me to be mean, if you want me to be that person, I can. Tiara, could you go run food, please? Because you bitches are making me sick, okay? All right? Y'all want me to, should I reenact this? Let me know in the comments.
Your shirt looks a little wrinkled. Tomorrow.
Bitch, your shirt is wrinkled. I don't give a damn if we are on top of a gas station. What I'm looking for is perfection and excellence. That is what we're going to have. I don't give a fuck if we are on top of a goddamn QT. You're going to give excellent service or I'm going to get really mean. I'm doing this shit. And watch niggas be like, man, you do that too good. You gay.
Tomorrow, that shirt won't make it, okay? Your shirt.
And she too, look at these pretty girls. Why y'all, this is fathers. Y'all got to be in these babies' lives, man. Because I swear to God, if one of these was my daughters, I would go cuss this nigga the fuck out and my baby girl getting out of there. No, baby, daddy got money, you're good. And even if I didn't have the money, I will find some fucking money. The fuck?
It needs to be starched. It needs to look very good. But everything else looks great. Glam.
Her shirt is fine.
Everything on point. Clap it up for Giovanni, please. Wait.
Clap it up for Giovanni. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. A gay nigga like this would have made an excellent pimp.
Where's your pen? Where's your stuff? Where's your stuff? 5 pens. Go get a pen, please. We had this conversation before.
Oh my God.
Y'all, when you come in the lineup, I need you to have everything. Okay.
You know, and let's look up. You know what? The name of this restaurant is V12. Now he doing all this shit. And see what happens is this. That's not a way to talk to staff, right? You can be firm and fair. You can be firm and polite, okay? Because when you talk to your staff like that, if you're at the top, that trickles down. So your staff, they're going to treat each other rudely, and then that trickles over into customer service. Straight up. Like, this is doing too much. This nigga taking his job too serious. And so what I want to do, let's look up some of the reviews here. Let's look up some of the reviews. V12 Atlanta. Let's go to the Yelp reviews. Let's see how they doing. Whenever I look at reviews, I always look at the most recent reviews. I don't look at I never look at the that top review. I'll go to most recent. All right, let me. Okay, we're going to look at these reviews real quick. Let's go to reviews. There's a review. Now, he doing all this shit. Now, this is the most recent review from April 25th, 2026, where Lindsay K says, sadly, me and my husband did not enjoy the food service or ambience. Beyond the sanitation didn't help. I guess she forgot to put me. Beyond the sanitation didn't meet health department expectations. Beyond this very uncomfortable setting, sadly. Okay, that was a 1 star. Before that is April 19th, 2026. Let's see. So I'm super mixed on writing this review. However, I have to be honest, we visited ATL for the first time and saw many online views of B12. We put the restaurant as a must-visit place on our list. We made reservations and was so excited as we were having an amazing time in ATL so far. When we arrived, we noticed it was on top of a gas station. On top of a fucking gas station. If I see your restaurant on top of a gas station, I don't give a fuck. I'm leaving. I'm gonna get me some gas and drive off. So, and then look, as black people, we are very forgiving and we want other black people to win with these businesses. We really do. And that's why we'll tolerate going on top of a gas station to go out to dinner in the name of black business. When we arrived, we know it was on top, but we actually let a concept. It was really dope inside. The ambiance was luxe. Once inside, we noticed there were people waiting for a party, so we knew it'll be busy soon. The waiters took a while to greet us before assigning us to Mimi. We were seated directly at the front, which felt weird since it was directly by the entry stairs as well as where the party greeting starts. So Mimi, they gave her a 0 out of 10. Mimi finally comes back to her table to take our order, and her service was absolutely horrible. She was more concerned about her hair versus providing service. Once we got the appetizer from another waiter, she never came over to provide plates. Literally had to go to the hostess desk to ask for it. Once we finished that, we were ready to order the main dish and more drinks, and Mimi, yet again, was nowhere to be found. I went to the hostess desk again to ask for another waiter. We were informed she was in a meeting and she'll be back. Weird again. Once she finally get back, I honestly had to let her know we were not pleased with service. She informed me she's been on the industry for 3 months, so I gave her a few tips, which I think she took okay. And food and drinks, 6 out of 10 for the egg rolls. Salmon bites with rice, 5 out of 10. Drinks, 4 out of 10. Let me tell y'all what happens. Now, this is a good review. Marcus P. So, what happens too, you see how these reviews go, like they get bots, so they tell a homie to go in, tighten up the reviews, because you don't go from all these stars, and in February you was at a 1 star. You see what I'm saying? February you had a 1 star. Then January you got all these stars. Then, okay, 4 stars, 3 stars. Okay, so they did good in January with people that allegedly put these reviews in. But what happens in Atlanta and a lot of places, a lot of entertainers, they get all this money coming in, and then they friend like, man, bro, we should start a restaurant. And they be like, hell yeah, bro, let's start a restaurant. They get a homie that can cook. Nigga made 1 fucking chicken wing that tasted good. Now they want to go into the restaurant business. And what happens is a lot of these entertainers, they making so much money and shit on the road. They on hot fire. And they not really counting to keeping count on the money. So they just got this shit going and going and going. They don't care. They got the homie running it. Homie done hired people. They all in there stealing. And the service just declines. This happens over and over again in Atlanta. And the only way, if you were to go into a restaurant business, and I'm telling this for everybody, I believe to go into the restaurant business, if you're not like doing franchise like a McDonald's or some shit like that, you have to be in there, bro. You got to be in that restaurant. You got to be in there working every day. Restaurant business is the hardest business, I would think, in the world. I don't think that's an easy way to make a profit. I think it's very, very difficult. And that is why, like, for like Chick-fil-A, you can never own a Chick-fil-A. You can only be an operator of Chick-fil-A. Remember that. You could only be an operator of Chick-fil-A because Chick-fil-A is brilliant in the fact that they found a way to sell people a job. Chick-fil-A has sold these people a job. Now, as an operator, after all expenses, yada, 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 they probably average around $250,000 a year. However, their asses are nailed to the cross. Instead of Chick-fil-A just paying a manager a great salary with benefits, that's not enough. Chick-fil-A wants your credit on the line. They want your ass nailed to the cross. You can only operate. There are no owners of Chick-fil-A. You can only operate. I know we see a lot of reports. Oh, look, a black person owns Chick-fil-A. They don't own it. They're operators. You can only operate the Chick-fil-A, and you're a glorified fucking manager. And Chick-fil-A found a way to tap. The shit is in your name. Everything is in your name. It's in your credit. It's in your name. Your ass is nailed to the cross. And so you have to be in that Chick-fil-A every single day. And that is why Chick-fil-A has great service and they're closed on Sunday. So, yeah, that's what it is. And it's very difficult to become an operator of a Chick-fil-A. But, yeah, this happens over and over again in Atlanta. There's so many restaurants owned by celebrities. And them shits are literally like, most of the restaurants owned by celebrities are just on death's door, most of them. Overpriced drinks, automatic gratuity, insane parking prices. It's just fucking ridiculous. And we get to this thing where, yeah, these are bringing jobs to the community. No, the fuck is not. Okay? You're talking about, what, a server that makes $2 an hour and has to hustle off tips? Is that a real job you bring to the community? No, you're not. You know what I mean? And I hope the pretty girls at V12, girls come here, they work at these spots, then they meet a man with some means, a man with some money that like them, and they get down with them. So that's what it is.
Take my customers.
But y'all want me to, hey, look, should I reenact that? Y'all want me to do a video on that? Y'all want me to do a video on it? Straight up, the video on the dude that's, I'm going to put the little white shirt on, I'm going to put the hat on, all that shit. He got some jeans on. Y'all want me to do that? Let me know. Let me know. Should I do it? Because I see y'all like when I do them type of act out videos. I'm thinking about doing more of those. You know what I mean? I could just leave this talking head shit to, like what I do online. But I'm thinking about doing that. I want to talk about this guy. I don't know if you've seen this guy, but it's a guy that's a streamer, white boy named Chud the Builder. Chud the Builder goes around, he goes into the community, goes in the neighborhood, calling black people the N-word. And, I guess he's looking for a big reaction. He just demeans people and is very, very mean, right? Like, he goes to agitate a confrontation. And he just goes on and on doing this. And I don't understand why, like, we always talk about, the YNs and the thugs and all that shit. They have done nothing to him. Like, nothing has been done to this nigga. Like, and that is why, y'all know how I feel about the street niggas. It's stupid. Like, why are you not handling that? You know what I'm saying? Because if I was to go to LA in the wrong color, I have to be questioned as a black, only because I'm black. They let the white boy come in whatever color he want because I'm black. But they let this guy go around into the community, agitating the community, and nothing's been done from any of the so-called street guys. Now, I'm not saying that they're like the police, but man, give me a fucking break, man. And I want to show y'all that, like, this guy is just really disgusting. And I think he's doing it like in the name of free speech, because he's saying, well, I want to call a black person a nigger. And he does have that freedom of speech, but with that freedom of speech comes freedom, you know, you got it's freedom of consequence as well. So if you look at him,
Look at this nigga chimping out. It's Dom Luca, great value. It's a great value, Dom Luca. Keep chimping out. Keep chimping out, nigga.
You see, like, I mean, this is what he does.
I'll take the gun from you. Do it. Try it right now. Try it right now.
I'll kill you with your own shit.
Try it right now. Yeah. Y'all chimping out. Y'all believe in freedom of speech?
What's going on, man?
Freedom of speech. Y'all know me. Hell yeah.
Why they smiling, bro? Like, they smiling at this motherfucker.
White people can say nigger, right?
Whoa.
Come on. I thought y'all believe in freedom of speech.
They're laughing and having a good time. Now we can tell. I'm guessing he's not like no thugs, but
believe in freedom of speech.
But I guess he picks where to go, right? He hasn't come into the real neighborhood because he ain't gonna make it out.
I thought y'all was Americans.
Yeah, you could tell. You see where he at? He like downtown in like an expensive area. He ain't going into the neighborhood with this shit, so he knows who to fuck with. He knows who to fuck with. Like,
y'all not American?
And I would ask Chud to be able to, Chud, go, please take this shit right there on 63rd and King Drive in Chicago. Go, if you go on 63rd and King Drive or 79th on the south side, nigga, go do it. Go walk your ass down that street and do that.
They're chimping out.
Do you see this? And they just stand.
I don't drink.
He walk around, he be like, you chimping.
I've been giving out. We've been giving out burgers.
He has pepper spray though, so if you run up on him,
we got more than that. We got a little more than that, but
it's like 5 of y'all. Y'all could have got him and the cameraman.
He be harassing niggas, and then he just pepper sprays them.
Dude, one of y'all could take. He can only spray one of y'all if it's fast enough.
Like, no, dude, start chimping out.
He doesn't fight.
He tell everybody they chimping out. It's so weird. Like, why do you even want to go into the community and fuck with people like that?
So he gonna shoot.
But he stay his ass downtown. He stay in the most expensive areas.
You literally said chimping out. That's crazy.
Cowboy.
You get this shit from your
John,
mama's
right?
side. That's crazy as fuck.
I seen this video. I was like, bro, this nigga is crazy.
But freedom of speech. I thought we believe in freedom of speech.
But okay, but you know, freedom of speech, but not freedom of no consequence.
How old your grandmother?
How old?
How old is she?
That's a good question. Like 84?
Y'all gotta talk to this.
75, something like that. I don't know.
What side? Mother's side or father's side?
On my mom's side.
What about your father's side?
Probably similar age.
You finna dick down your granny.
Y'all nasty niggas, bro. Y'all nasty niggas for that. But chimping out. Niggas chimping out.
That is crazy, bro. That is so crazy. Like, he end up macing like a white girl, and they locked his stupid ass. They locked his ass up, though. He ended up going to jail, and I believe Kick finally banned him. I don't know why it took so long. But it's so crazy. Like, this the world we live in, bro. And it's like people are doing anything. It's such a dangerous time because people are doing anything for attention. Right? It's just like they'll go jump on an old person in Walmart. They don't care. It's really sad. But they locked his ass up. Like, this was the
Citizen arrest. You're on the ground right now. Get on the ground.
Freedom of speech.
So white people can say nigger, right?
Oh, hey, yo.
No freedom of speech?
Oh, are you lucky I ain't put you in my mouth?
You wouldn't do shit, bitch.
We did.
Come on over here.
You gotta chill, yo. You gotta chill.
like, isn't that like public harassment? Like, isn't that harassment, bro? Like, if you going up to somebody and you just look at this.
Citizen arrest. You're on the ground right now. Get on the ground.
Freedom of speech.
So white people can say nigger, right?
Oh, hey, yo.
No freedom of speech?
Oh, are you lucky I ain't put you in my mouth?
You wouldn't do shit, bitch.
We did.
Come on over here.
You gotta chill, yo. You gotta chill.
She wouldn't do shit.
But he stay his ass downtown. He know what he doing. He kind of weak. He like a coward because he won't come into the community to do this. See, he downtown in tourist sections.
You wouldn't do a goddamn thing. Go ahead and chimp out. Ooh, ah, ah. Ooh, ah, ah.
Hey, you know the saddest part? Like, there's like what do you call them guys that can't get no coochie? They're a bunch of like incels in their basements, mad at the world, going, "Yeah, get him, get him, Chud." Yeah, that's what's going on.
They don't believe in freedom of speech. Okay. Hey, get away from my shit.
Go ahead, pee on that shit. Go ahead, pee on that shit.
You're peeing?
Yeah.
Look at him live. Look at him live. He's pissing.
Yep, right in the truck. Yes, right in the truck.
You piss on my truck.
Bitch ass nigga. Bitch ass nigga. Bitch ass nigga. Bitch.
So he peeing on the truck, bro. This is insane. It is insane.
Come on, bro. Suck my dick.
On the cops right now. You're live streaming.
Hey, white trash.
Now you're live streaming.
Yeah, okay. So same people that's really.
Dumbass nigger.
Yep, I need that.
This is really sad. Now the white girl.
You too, you fat mud shark bitch.
Yeah, you see, this is sad. So he ends up getting
everyone.
So he ended up macing the girl. I don't want to show too much more, because I don't want to get demonetized off platforms. But it is really sad, and I don't know, man. This is very, very weird behavior. Very weird behavior, man. But he did end up going to jail. Man, shout out to Spirit. I didn't realize how Spirit did hire a lot of black people, man. Let's see what this is about.
God I ask you a question?
I'd prefer if Abby asked the questions, but sure.
Let's look at this. They talking about the wealth gap.
Can I ask you a question?
I'd prefer if Abby asked the questions, but sure, you can ask the question.
I mean,
It's okay. We can talk to each other
I
here.
mean, do you think that it's insane to say that Starbucks should raise their wages for their workers? Is that insane to say as a concept?
I think that I believe in free markets, and if a private company sets their wages what they are, then that's what they are. And if you don't like the wage,
Do you support the minimum wage?
If you don't like the wage, don't go work there.
Do you support
I've
the minimum
applied for
wage?
hundreds of jobs where they didn't meet my minimum I wanted to make, and I didn't go work there.
We understand that when Trump was running for president, he said that he was going to raise the wages for all these workers all across America. But real wage growth is 80% less than what it was. So that's the real facts. So if you make a campaign promise that you're going to raise wages for workers all across this country and you do not deliver on that, then who does that fall on?
Well, I don't think the president's point was he was going to go tell private enterprise that you have to pay people.
He said he was
more.
going to create the economic conditions to do so. Has he done
But
that?
that doesn't mean that he was going to go invade businesses, boardrooms, and say you have to pay your
Did he
employees
create
more.
the economic conditions to go and do
We
that?
can,
he's
you,
telling
can, you can
businesses
spin this
who to
all
have
the
on
way you
air.
want. The president of the United States is not going to, he didn't make a promise to go and invade boardrooms and tell companies, private companies, how much they should pay their employees. Mothers like mine and others at this table do what they have to do to go and provide for their families. And my father also, for the record, worked several jobs as well. But my point that I'm making is simply this. I would not complain that my CEO is making all this money. If I had an issue with that, I would go start something. I would go create something. I would go create means for me to go and make more money if that's what I wanted to do. We live in a country where that is available. We live in a country where people can, in fact,
don't live in
go
the country where
and
that's
do those
available.
things.
Here's the thing. The idea that we should just continue business as normal is just simply not working. We know that we had 1.1 million layoffs just last year alone. That's the highest number since when Trump was last president in 2020. And then even before that, the biggest number since the Great Recession. So at the reality that we stand today, I think instead of spending $400 million on a Qatari plane and all these other things that Trump is spending money on, let's put money towards universal child care so that someone like your mom does not have to go and work 2 and 3 jobs to go and provide for her children.
Well, my mom's a
We shouldn't
hardworking woman.
want
She would work
to have
2-3
to do
jobs
that.
anyway.
Well, she shouldn't have to do
we
that.
come from a long line of
Well, you know
people
what?
for the
Maybe
hard
you
work.
think that should be something that should be done. I don't think that it should. I think our tax dollars should be spent better, and Republicans are not spending it in the way that it needs to be.
That's an interesting. That's a very interesting take, right? And I can clearly see on both sides of the aisle. I could see on one side of the aisle, you know, the bald-headed black dude is just speaking in terms of entrepreneurship, taking the big risk, and how over 90% of businesses actually fail. And the other guy's just talking about wages and meeting requirements. And in a capitalistic system, you're always going to have more people to work than you have owners. So I just think what's happening is, I think we just becoming so greedy in this country and so greedy in America at this point, to where the rich are just going to eat themselves up because they're not going to leave any food on the table for anybody to necessarily be able to afford anything. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if a man can't get a job, bro, and just get him a house and a car and provide for his family, that's not good. If we don't have a strong middle class, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. We all are on this ship together, and it's looked like it's beginning to sink. So I can see both sides of the aisle, but we need it. Something has to change. I must say, something has to change. But I do understand on the side of an entrepreneur, you know, with a guy that has a successful company, nobody realizes or nobody takes to account how many times that guy has failed, because a lot of them have. And then a lot of them might be trust fund babies or whatever. But yeah, business is very hard. But you want to create an environment to where working people can live a good life, man. That shit is important, and have dignity and shit. Like, we just can't run this country off of that. Why is Ebro?
This was created.
I just want to know why is Ebro so mad? Why is he so mad?
This was thorough marketing. This wasn't just like it just happened. This was created, fabricated, set on fire, fuel
So you're thinking
tossed
about the
on
marketing.
top of it, and at a time. And by the way, Thriller did so many things, right? Because the other thing that I realized with a lot of people is the minute I started talking about it, they started talking to me about the video and what the video meant and what Michael meant to black artists making it on television.
Right.
And all of these other things that have nothing to do with the listenability
we were literally
of the song.
Right.
It was all about everything else, all of the narrative. And all we're saying is, on a regular basis, when you're sitting down listening to Thriller or whatever mic you love, me personally, I'm skipping 3, 4, and 5. That's all I've been saying.
Yeah, I get it, but the internet's not gonna let you rock.
Oh, of course not.
Well, no.
And by the way,
no. And he said it way saucier than that.
Right.
So there's a reason that was his marketing.
Yes.
So also, you didn't even include this in your argument. And I didn't get to the part about Thriller that I disagree with, but I want to. But what would Thriller, the song, be if the video was never made?
Exactly.
Would it be as big?
Absolutely not. It is literally built into people's brains.
Yes.
They literally just go, like, I wonder what people said, and we're all too young to know this. What were they saying about the song Thriller for the year that the album was out and the video wasn't? I'm so curious to what they thought.
I can tell you. They were called, up in through the video. In my household, the religious women were calling it Satan worship.
Oh, Lord.
That's what they were calling it. It was like Michael Jackson worships the devil.
Oh, my God.
Well,
that was a real convo, guys.
Oh, no, I'm sure it was. Yeah, I'm sure that was a real conversation. Even though there's nothing about he has a voice on it and this.
Yeah.
It's horror. It's people turning into zombies. It's the dead coming out of cemeteries.
Yeah.
That's the devil.
Right, that gets people all up in their feels.
That is the devil.
So I do wonder what people would have thought. But I don't think Girl Is Mine is nearly as bad as we've made it through our conversation over the years. When I was listening back to it, I was like, is it cheesy to hear on a record someone go, the doggone girl is mine?
The doggone girl
it sure is.
Yeah.
But it's a good record.
Well, and I'll tell you this.
It's
no matter what you're talking,
record.
usually no matter what you're talking about when it comes to Michael Jackson, you're always going to be taken aback by how great he is vocally. I mean, it's Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson. How is it going to be musically not something you're going to enjoy?
At least enjoy a little bit.
You're going to enjoy it, right? There's something about The Girl Is Mine that just over the years, it just became super corny to me, and I can't do it anymore.
You know, Diallo Whittle was in the comments of my post this weekend.
Okay.
And said, I think it was Diallo who said this, and said that was supposed to be.
I think at this point, Ebro just hating to get clicks, man. This is so sad. This is literally where we at right now. The government needs to raise the federal minimum wage from $7.25 an hour to higher because of increased cost of living. I'm with you, LaTanya. I am, but a lot of times what happens, like for instance in California, they keep raising minimum wage. But what happens is the owner is going to try to automate those jobs and get those people out of there and also reduce their hours. So if I got to, if I'm paying, if I'm paying 3 people $10 an hour, right, and they working 8 hours a day, that's $240 for that day. If the minimum wage is increased to $30 an hour, the owner typically is going to get rid of 2 people and give one person $30 an hour and increased responsibilities. This is just, it's unfortunate, but I really don't know. We do need a stronger middle class. I think we should bring back a lot of manufacturing, and we got to figure something out because we are like, it's rough, man. I see a kind of, I don't know, and if any of y'all smarter than me, if any of y'all are economists or something, y'all pull up on me. Let's talk about this. Like, where is this economy headed? You know, you talking about white collar jobs being wiped off the map, white collar, high paying jobs. Then, you know, these people with the white collar jobs, we talking about autonomous cars, autonomous trucks, no middle class at all, which provides the tax base. And I mean, yeah, you got the rich and the poor, but the rich and poor survive off of the middle class. Well, you don't have no middle class, just rich and poor, and that's going to cause that. This is a system that's probably going to collapse from what I can see. Oh, Boosie. And now this is Boosie's tweet. Boosie just tweeted this. This is another, I know we making weird transitions here, but this is a tweet from the good brother Boosie who just tweeted, I was only 17, had the neighborhood hooked, ask somebody. You know, this is once again Boosie glorifying, destroying the neighborhood, harming black people, and peddling poison and dope to the community. And for whatever reason, people are somewhat outraged about them letting, I don't believe they should have necessarily let go of the superintendent of that school in Louisiana where Boosie was supposed to come to speak. I think that was harsh. But at the same time, you know, based off of this type of rhetoric, as a parent, I wouldn't want Boosie speaking in my child's school. I wouldn't want Boosie speaking in my child's school. Because Boosie straddles the fence of street life and all that shit. It's like, yeah, you telling kids what not to do, but you're not living it. And I think that that's not a great example of a role model. Anybody I would want to come talk to the kids. Because what sense does it make? You get a rapper to come talk to children. The rapper pulls up in a Rolls Royce, diamonds, you know, maybe jumped off a private jet. This same rapper dropped out of school. He dropped out. And he's standing there and he's like, yeah, don't be like me, y'all. Don't be like me. Don't have all these cars and money and jewelry and being able to live life on your own accord. Be more like your teacher. Be like your teacher, y'all. Make a little bit of money. Hate your life. That's the way to go. Don't be like me. With all these money and cars and bitches. It just sends the wrong message. And I know a lot of people got up in arms because in certain parts of the community, Boosie is Jesus. But he still straddles the fence of the streets and being gangster, and just a lot of the things that he says just doesn't make sense. And I really don't care. I know I'm a square, but just looking at it's like, what are we where are we right now? He tweeted that shit this morning. I was only 17, had the neighborhood hooked. You want that motherfucker talking to your kids? You already got a child doing wrong, and this the nigga you want to come speak to the kids? Which will justify what, if you have a bad child, that's going to justify what they do. Well, Boosie made it. So could I. Man, I got to buy this ticket to Dallas. I know this ticket about to be high as hell. I like this. I like this. I ain't driving no Dallas. That's too damn far. I did that shit one time. Man, Texas just keeps growing when you get into Texas. It's just no end in sight. Oh, and then they got tolls everywhere. I gotta hurry up and get this ticket. So they introduced, I like this, they introduced a new policy in Atlanta which will hold parents legally responsible for their kids' criminal expenses. I'm going to go yes for that. Watch your kids. Watch your kids. Your kids are your responsibility, parents. So I'm with the mayor on that shit. So they out there acting bad, doing some shit. Hey, it's up. I know you got 3 jobs, mama. I know it's rough. I know, but your ass gonna go to jail if you don't put your foot up that child's ass. You gonna go to jail. Nobody has time to sit and try to baby your kid. You brought them in the world, so I can appreciate this policy. That's a good policy. So it's what it is. That's a metro, and that's in Covington. The Covington City Council voted 4-2 to begin drafting a policy which would allow fines up to $2,000 and up to 90 days in jail for parents or guardians who fail to properly supervise minors involved in criminal activity. Officials say the ordinance is aimed at addressing rising juvenile crime. Oh, my God. Them hands here. Which could allow fines $2,000 to 9 days in jail for parents who guards fail to properly supervise minors involved in criminal activity. Officials say the ordinance is aimed at addressing rising juvenile crime, vandalism, curfew violations, and disturbances. Supporters argue parents need to be more accountable, while critics worry the policy could unfairly impact struggling families and lead to overcriminalization. The proposal is still being finalized and has not officially gone into full effect. It's what it is. Unfortunately, you got to be responsible for your children. I know it's rough. I know it's hard. I know it ain't gonna get no easier either. So you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, let me go and buy this ticket now. Thank you, Spades. I'm about to buy it. Well, guys, I hope you guys have fun here. I'm going to do that video for y'all with Dude. This shit going to be funny. I'm going to do that video. And if y'all want me to impersonate something and make fun of people, y'all email me, man. Y'all can send the emails right here to LeVarWalker@me.com. If you have some things you want to discuss, too, you can send it right there. And also, too, once again, Nashville this Thursday at the Joy, and I will be in Arlington, Texas at the Arlington Improv, May 22nd to the 25th. Y'all pull up on me, man. I'm about to get out of here, guys. Nothing but love. Thank y'all for tuning in, watching the videos. Join that membership page if you can. Holla back, and I'll see you guys soon.